we have to be willing to change with changing times. Okay? In other words, we have to be willing to leverage, what's presented in technology, the internet, YouTube, social media, those kinds of things are very, very real. Okay? Sometimes I get the sense people, like he talked about, put it out there and believe that, okay, it's there, build it, they will come. There's a piece of, yes, you have to be out there, but you still have to apply the principles of building the relationships, of talking to people, and creating that human element. Can that be done over the internet and through a sense of community? Absolutely. But you can't eliminate the human element out of your business. Or, yes, you might get short-term results, but not something that's sustainable. And nobody wants to build a business that's here today, gone tomorrow. So, no shortcuts. And we're going to get to some activities later, but these are principles you got to keep coming back to.
Hello, my name is Steph Perez, and the thing I liked about the 3 to 4 years that you kept mentioning was I've been building my business for a year now, and when I reflect on where I started last year at this time to where my business is now, I know that no job within a year could progress as much as I was able to progress in my own business. And I think more coaches just need to know that it does take time, and to always reflect on, could I progress like this on my job as I can in business? And to know it does take time. And 3 to 4 years is not a lot of time if you're talking about being able to go from brand new to earning a 6-figure income. With most jobs, if you start off at $30,000 a year in 4 years, generally you're at about $30,000 a year.
Yeah, you're at 3%, you're at cost of living increase year after year, and maybe you're at $40,000 after 5 years to go with me.
Yeah. Time is everything.
Yeah.
And paying the price and be willing to go through those times, those 3 to 4 years, I think is very, very important.
Yeah, thank you. Good observation. The other piece is this 3 to 4 years thing doesn't mean we have to wait for 3 to 4 years. There's things that we can do to squeeze the process. And usually that is a function of your conscious choice and your discipline and the application of the right activities on this. So you reap what you sow. You can work harder and smarter to get better results. Okay, just over on this side, we're going to take about 4 more.
That window of time to reap the harvest.
Can I stop you for a minute, Darryl? We're now at the point, okay, where we're getting progressively more powerful, incrementally, exponentially more powerful. So just no pressure. Okay.
No pressure. So, one thing for me, I have coaches who have just taken off this year, been coaches for 3 years. But this year they took off. But because I did not give up and invested time in them and developing them and growing them, now they're ready for harvest. Another thing, too, is that the fortune isn't follow-up. If you plant all these seeds for 2, 3, 4 years, you just leave them out there and don't follow up, then you wasted that time when you could have reaped this huge harvest and you just followed up with it.
Yeah, expand on that a bit. When he talks about, we talked about the planning, we talked about the nourishing, kind of that kind of thing. We talked about no shortcuts. What did he say about harvest? What did he talk about when he said when it was the time to harvest, what did they do?
They were working 18 hours a day. They put the work in to make sure it got done. Because, again, it goes back to there are no shortcuts. When the time is right, when the harvest is ready, you have to work hard. And what we're doing now in our business, we might work very, very hard the next few years just to get us where we, to a point where we want to be. But you have to put that work in. It takes being consistent. It takes being persistent. It takes hard work. Yeah. And is it always easy? No. It's always worth it.
Thank you. Yeah, this won't be easy. Growing something that's good, that's sustainable, is hard work and takes effort. If it's not, everybody would be there. Okay? Everybody would be there. Yeah. Julie is where Julie is because she has done things that other people haven't been willing to do. That's it. She's been willing to do things that other people haven't been willing to do, and she's reaping some of the harvest. Is she satisfied where she's at? No. She'll keep moving and she'll keep growing, but that's what she's been able to do on this. So when the time comes for a harvest, then it's time to go to work. People in life, and I'm me included. The overarching principle for me in life is to get to that nirvanic balance of life, where seasons of the best, the healthiest meal of the day. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. Taste it. And say, okay, neat, type of a thing. You have to be able to share why it's worth $4 a day to them. Carl shares in one of his videos when he talks about it, he said, guys, yeah, you know what? It's $4 a day. Sometimes a premium product is a premium product because of what has to go into it to become a premium product. I can look everyone in this room in the eye and say, this product is worth it. The ingredients that go in this product is worth it. This will be the healthiest meal of the day. And if you appreciate value, if you appreciate good health, this is not a product that's fairy dusted with this and that. This is a legitimate product that creates real results. Now, if you value those kinds of things, then this may be a product you want to consider. Because this is awfully good. But the ability to share that premium product which people will value will be dependent upon your ability to present the premium product. Again, you can put in a third-party video which you've got all the tools to help you in the world. But there's going to come those times where the computer's going to break down like it is right now, okay? and Denise is going to have to deliver. And she will. Anyway, it'll get working for us. Okay, who do we have next?
Him.
Okay, over here.
Oh, they're over there now. I'm going to get the last one.
Well, at the beginning you talked about people wanting premium crop, here, we have a lot of exposures, and we're in the sorting business, So coaches don't give up, and we've seen it on the webinars and on the back office. Work with the willing, sort the right people, and work with those coaches.
Good. Thank you. Premium potatoes. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm sorry, Chris, moving kind of quickly. We had someone says, I don't want to deteriorate to work at some point if you're going to get results. And that's what the game plan is, and that's what Denise is going to talk about. I've been ignoring the back of the room, so I'm just going to, over here, this young lady, Tiffany.
Hi. So now the pressure's on. I'm shaking.
It's been really good with more pressure on you.
Well, this is a huge thing for me, and I was like, this video's got to be something here. It's got to be so organized all the time. I'm trying to take notes, and I just wanted to share. So the first thing that I thought, like you said,
You got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one was just that look where you're at. That's like the first step. Like look at where we're at our situation, at our soil. We look at the conditions, we get real with ourselves. And then the next step is to do the inner work. Do the inner work. Ask those questions. What is it that's holding you back? What are these excuses that you're making? And then the third point was that the only thing, the one thing that you can count on is yourself. But that is what controls everything. And that the next step is that there is no substitution for the fundamental laws of harvest, the time and the effort. It's just, there's no way to get around it. The next point was that the most important ingredient is the connection to the people, to our commitment, and to the system. And that connection to that. And the last point was the best because there's no limit to how many potatoes you can grow with each one. So.
Good, thank you. I'm gonna focus before the one that said, in the end, you can't count on anybody but yourself. Okay? This is a business that is full of tremendous joy and satisfaction. It's also a business full of disappointments. Because the one person that you thought was going to come in and be your superstar, that was going to be your partner, that was really going to embrace this and work and be, your person to go, falls flat on their face, don't care, says no, doesn't work out. In the end, what I said a little bit earlier, the one person that you have to be able to depend on is yourself. Are you trustworthy, to yourself? Are you developing yourself to grow this business? So there's no substitute for self-preparation in this business. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the moment we've been waiting for, if I had a drum roll like yours, it would be so go ahead. Get that up too close to your mouth.
I'm Charles Wells, and I want everybody to say woo.
Woo!
Okay, that to me is what I got from that is window of opportunity. And really, if you look at the game plan, there's 10 steps to the game plan. Okay, he was talking about that. And if you do 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and you skip 5, and 6, and 7, then the chances of you getting to where you want to get to, you're not going to get there. And that's what I got out of that. The potato crop is like our 10 steps, our game plan. So you have to follow those 10 steps. Those 10 steps are really important. So leading into that, that's what I'm going to tell you, is to make sure that you follow those 10 steps.
Excellent. And that's a